Well, hello, Robert. You just took a 40 milligram gummy. Have a nice trip. Anyway, I just randomly decided to do this because I'm editing a video, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe people would be interested in seeing me edit a video. Probably not, but if you are, here I am. So anyway, it goes without saying, I am alive, right? It's been a couple weeks. I get it. A lot of people are like, "Where's the videos?" Well, I was gone for 11 days, so be cool, be cool. All right, we are alive and well, and about halfway through a video that I will be showing you how I edit in. This little window right here. You can see. Hopefully, can you see this? See, there's me. This is what I've been working on. So I don't know. Probably won't do this for like too long, but I just thought it'd be kind of interesting. So I don't know how the audio is going to work, and I don't know if it might be kind of loud for you guys. I hope not. No, I don't use DaVinci. I use Filmora 12, and so it's kind of a idiot-proof version of it, I think. So let's start here. So basically, I got my window right here, right? These are all the clips I've recorded for this video. And in this video, there's 172 of them. So, and as of right now, I can shrink this down. Currently, I have about 17 minutes and 30 seconds of video in here at this moment. Now, I don't want to spoil anything too much, but you can see all these lines right here. Those are all cuts that I've made. This is just cutting up clips and splicing them together. There's a cut. There's a cut. So that's it's basically how it works. I mean, that's like an overview of what it looks like. Again, don't want to spoil anything, but we're working on the Torino in this video, obviously. Spoiler alert. Anyway, it is an ass ton of work. You don't have any audio on the editing screen? That's unfortunate. How do I do that? I am not smart enough for this audio. StreamYard's really convenient. It's also a royal pain in the ass. How do I make this work? I'm not smart enough for this. Whatever. I'll narrate it. Besides, you guys don't want it spoiled anyway, right? Anyway. So here we are. We're working underneath here, right? We're changing out some gears. And another clip. So this is all extra. This is JD handing me some tools. I won't use that. And right here, I say I believe all the bolts are out, and I want that. So I'm going to make a cut right here and trim that out. And in Filmora, you can also use this auto normalization for audio. This is how I keep the audio consistent through the video. So you can see this little graph right here. That is the audio graph. If I click this, it runs an AI program and automatically normalizes all that audio so it matches. So I now just said I'm going to whack that with a hammer. I'm trying to separate the third member from the housing. And so right now I'm whacking it with a hammer, but I want a little close-up on that. So I'm going to take 5 or 6 whacks from it, and then I'm going to crop that image down and get a nice little close-up of that hammer. like that. And so you keep the eyes moving, you keep people engaged like that, and it just makes for a more pleasant viewing experience without a whole lot of effort, because I'm really not that good at this. So I'm going to look for a little. I want to have said something here where it's like, I'm explaining what I'm doing, but I don't want it to take too long. Nobody wants to sit there and listen to you talk for like 5 minutes, right? Nobody cares about you on the internet. So you just want to be quick and succinct. And if I could find 3 or 4 words like this one, usually pretty tight, which he said. And then I'll take right here where I continued talking. I'm going to cut out all that dead space because nobody wants to look at your ugly face for too long. Especially when they've been on there for 50 years. So now it says, usually pretty tight, especially when they've been on there for 50 years. And it's quick and succinct. And people like that, I guess. Apparently people do. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be here watching me do it, would you? There's the goo. See, we really want to display the goo. That's important. Bring me the goo. Okay, so we're also going to zoom in. We want a nice close-up shot of that goo when the goo starts to drain from the third member. Yes, and now be careful using the words member and goo in the same sentence. However, here we go. The goo. Yes, see? Look. And that's good. I'm going to crop that image in just a little bit more just to keep that frame nice and fresh. Kind of like that. So, this is, again, Filmora 12. And this is kind of an easy one to use. But, so yeah, I knew there'd be some guys in here trying to do some YouTube stuff. So, that's I don't know, just try to help people. I like Filmora. It's very easy. However, it's not as powerful as some other ones. Like, Adobe is the best, most powerful one. That's people literally make movies with that thing. But it's too hard for me to figure out. I can tell you that. There's too much stuff in there. So I'm going to dive back in here. And I'm just going to keep looking for something I want. All right, so I just cussed right here. I can't put that in there. Try to keep the F-bombs to a minimum, and if I do, I bleep them. And so I'm explaining there that the third member's held on with studs, and it has to come off straight. Now, basically, if I remember right, there's a whole lot of beating here. Yeah. Come on, give me something good here. You're seeing some behind-the-scenes footage here, guys. You should feel privileged, really. You can see I'm just over halfway through this video, through my editing of it. I'm shooting for about 45 minutes total on it. I'll have this done tonight. I'm still hitting it with a hammer. I am still hitting it with a hammer. Oh, I'm getting the hammer again to hit it some more. There we go. Yep. I probably should have used the jack trick on that one, but I didn't. So, what I do here. So the cool thing about Filmora, it's drag and drop. I got all my clips loaded in here. I just click on that, drag her on down. And I can just work one at a time that way. You don't get quite as overwhelmed. There. See, now we've got a nice shot of the goo coming out. There it is. There's the goo. Yes. Now I made some sort of innuendic reference. Beautiful. Excellent. Now we can look at the goo closely. Helps to have a good cameraman like JD on call. And we're going to drag our next clip down. We're going to normalize it. Now I'm preluding to the fact that I'm going to drop that third member into the bucket of goo. So it's important whenever you're shooting a video, you got to keep your people engaged with what's going on at that time. You know, don't just skip. Don't be like, well, I'm going to replace the third member. I'm going to change out the gear set, the rear end, and then, oh, wow, it's done. You can bring people in, show them what you're doing, and not actually have to like show every single little step. But if you talk about it well enough and you can get your point across in a few words, you can tell a whole story in about 20 seconds. So right here, this is some audio I don't want. This little line right here. It says something. It's JD. Said he commented on something, but I don't want that necessarily. I'm going to cut that out. Now it's going to get unstuck. It's going to fall into the pan of goo. And then I'm going to take a bath in it. Okay. And delete. I don't want any of the rest of that. I want to keep this thing moving quick. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time underneath the car. If I spend more than 2 minutes under here, that's too much. Nobody cares about me. Nobody cares what I have to say. Nobody cares what I'm doing. I have to understand that. I'm on the internet. It's YouTube. You got to keep people engaged and interested. See here. Yeah. So that's kind of a junk clip. I'm just going to delete it out of my little clip window here just to eliminate it as a thing. Now I did a little. So Brunt sent me some shoes. In fact, if you go to Brunt's website and actually they gave me some like work shoe things, and I did a little integration here. So it's going to be kind of hard for me to integrate this. I guess I kind of made it fit. I'm not getting paid for this integration here, so I'm not super worried about it. But I actually really like the work shoes they sent me, and if you use code PoleBarn10 on their website, you get $10 off your whole order. Just saying, and I get 10% of the sale. So just saying. I should probably look that up. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now, so that I could do the whole YouTube thing right and actually try to make some money off of it instead of just struggling and starving to death, as always. But anyway, yes, use code PoleBarn10, bruntworkwear.com. So here's what we'll do. I screwed that line up. So I screwed up that first line. I don't want that. I want this one. And I'll use that audio graph to tell me where I'm at. And then I don't want that. Screwed that one up too, so I don't want any of that audio. Goodbye. So, of course, I had to go test the composite toe that's in these work shoes. So, it walked out to the blue van here, and I tried to do my best Patrick Swayze impression on it. Knocked literally like half of the van apart. We get a little close up on that. There. And then I mentioned how great these boots are. But yes. So also I need, before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to go back. I'm going to throw a little transition in here. I have my transition set to half a second each. Just that quick little whoop. That's all I want. I don't want anything more than that. And then I'm also going to throw a title in here. Just a real basic title because I'm not super fancy pants YouTuber. Waste of time? Probably. Nobody will buy them. Tell them that, though. So we'll just type in that, and that'll make it seem like I did something. And then whenever one person buys one pair of boots and I make 60 cents off of it, I'll have earned my money. Yes, kicking the van. Excellent. Ah, see, I screwed it all up. I shouldn't have done it. This is pretty much what I do for about 1 or 2 entire days out of the week, is edit video. And this is why I can't get stuff out super fast. Because you guys want decent stuff. Yes. And that's it. And that's just the kind of advertising you could expect out of me. All right, goodbye. Advertisement complete. And back under the car. Even though it's not really an advertisement. Because I did it for free. And that's a junk clip. Nothing happening there. Goodbye. There we go. And how about here? Okay, I got the pry bar out. Probably going to go kabooey. Yeah. So I think I struggled with it a little bit here. Yeah, I did. So I've spent too much time under here already. I don't want that. And maybe I get it in this one. There we go. So I could use a little bit of this clip with that nice zoom JD did. That's excellent. Very professional looking, I might say. Really good stuff, as usual, from Mr. JD. Stupid quip stated right here. Definitely got to keep that. And smacking things, bashing things, always good content. You know, if you do something like this, just grab like a second or maybe half a second, like that right there. It's perfect. And I think the rest of this clip is probably just me fighting it, maybe wiggling. No real progress made. Cut it out of there. Move along. And moving to the next clip. Normalize it. And, okay, nice. That's a nice clip. So after I put all these together, you won't actually know that those are all separate clips. It'll look seamless. Just that little clip prying on it there is a good one. That's a good one. And I switched sides here, so we got a different camera angle now. Yeah, come on. I know I get it off of here eventually. Come on, Dalton. Get it off of there, you idiot. Yep, see? Junk. We got to get moving on here. Nobody wants to see that. Oh, Dalton finally pulled it off. All right, here we go. So there we go. Yep. Ow. Yep. And there's a third member. All right, so we'll scroll down a little bit more here. And we got a little comparison of the two third members side by side. Yeah, because every time I pull something apart, I always like to look and, see what, make sure they look the same, But, yeah. Come on, Dalton, get your member off. I'm taking a break to look at the chat. Tech, I'm pretty sure if I made a blooper reel, I would be demonetized. Just saying. Hey, Jeff. Let's see. Okay, Charlie has a question here. Do you just start putting videos on YouTube and they contact you and start paying you? How does it start? Well, you have the YouTube Partnership Program. You got to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to be eligible for it. Then you can apply and hopefully be accepted to be eligible for monetization. You're not going to make a damn dollar off of it for a long time. I can tell you that. Eventually you make decent money. I will say, I finally, after 18 months of doing this hardcore nonstop and not sleeping, I'm starting to make decent money at it. And it is sort of worth it now. But before this, I'm in the hole every single time. But yeah, no, you got to build your channel before you can even think about getting monetized. So definitely start with that. Jay Smith asked for 100,000 sub giveaway. Maybe. I don't know what to give away. I guess I have to find something. I probably got something though. Redneck's Capades. I wasn't on Power Tour. You were sad to miss it due to having a job, and I was also sad to miss it due to having a job. Because I have a job too. And someone asked what my day-to-day job is. It is I'm an industrial electrician. Sorry. Adam, you're a pro editor. Okay, so the normalizing is, if I were to normalize the entire video together, it's going to go off of the highest peak in that video. So it's going to make the whole video really quiet. I normalize each clip individually, and it makes it so much better. The AI in it's just not that smart. And whenever you're working on the cars and stuff like that, I mean, there's so many loud hammers and impacts and stuff like that. You'll have really loud clips mixed in with really quiet clips. So each clip needs individual attention to make sure the sound is decent at least. Hammerish, it's actually not too bad. I don't know how many subs you have, but that's really not bad. Also, I got the stickers from you. I appreciate it. Craig, yes, I do eventually, but not right now. I'm not making enough to do it right now. I would like to quit my job and do this full time, but I know other people are willing to take that leap, but not me. Not with JD. I got too many responsibilities. You know, I mean, I can't just up and quit. Redneck Escapades. I use a Panasonic G85. Let's see. Hey, Jay, Irish Outlaw Garage is in here. Horseless carriage. It doesn't have to suck, and it doesn't have to take a lot of time either. You just gotta be flexible, and you gotta do it right. Um, make sure edit your video as you're filming your video. Don't just turn on a camera and just leave it on. You know, get those angles you want and have something. You don't need to like have a whole storyboard like you're some kind of Hollywood director or something like that, but you got to have an idea of I want to do this, so I'm going to show this. I'm not going to show everything, but I am going to show this 2-3 minute minute clip or something like that. I want to detail the process of setting timing on a car or something like that. Just know those key points you want to hit, and you can actually afford to gloss over quite a bit. Not that I would ever do that. Mark, I'm not allowed in the United Kingdom. I'm banned. Martin, I did give that to my brother. Sorry, I gave the Grand Prix to my brother. I'm kind of my freaking brain is just fried today. Grant, got anything for a 16-year-old with 75 Torino? I can wish you some luck. Justin, no. Justin, no, just Kevin's. That is the video on that one. You will see a couple, though. You will see a couple soon that I've made. I just have to wait for Kevin to put out his. So there's going to be a plethora of content coming. I'm just kind of deadheaded at the moment. Just be you. Do you ever find time to enjoy these builds? And yeah, I drive the Torino every single day. I drive the Corvette every day. I just drive the damn cars. I mean, they don't just sit around and collect dust. I just drive them every day. I don't own anything new. It's all old junk. Oh my goodness. Optimistic Garage. I use a Rode Micro on my camera. Hey, my mock, thank you. But yeah, I use a little Rode Micro. It's not great, I would say, but it's not bad either. So I'm comparing the Yukon carrier versus the factory carrier. Making sure I actually ordered the right stuff for once. That was a huge problem in this video. Trying to keep this stuff together is difficult. Yeah, because I'm trying to keep the continuity together of like, well, you guys know how it goes if you're working on something and I don't know, you open the can of worms, right? Like I was working on the suspension of the car and the master cylinder wound up being bad. Well, shoot, now I got to order a master cylinder. However, I noted the master cylinder was bad earlier in the video, and I actually install it at like the end of the video. The continuity is kind of off there. It'd be better to do it immediately, and that would be like what a professional show would do, but not me. So. And boom. Tell you what, that Yukon carrier with the Eaton True Track and it weighed about 3 times as much. Quite a bit heavier duty. The Torino is an all new animal. And There we go. I'd say what we're doing next. We're going to clean up the rear end here, get all the gaskets scraped off of it. And there's some dead air I don't want. I don't want to. Don't put in a whole bunch of ands and we all talk like that, but nobody wants to see a video like that. You can afford to have like one and or one per segment. And then describing how I'm going to regret siliconing the third member into place later. So here I attempt to be educational. I'll probably fail, and I'll probably cut the whole clip out. All right, lots of dead space. Just cut that out. Jump cut the hell out of this. Jump cut. All right, explaining the pinion gear. Now we're moving over to the ring gear. How it's a worm style gear. Its audio is a little quiet in that spot there, even though I know you guys can't hear it. I'm going to renormalize it. That's going to keep this audio graph nice and even. And now I could hear it. Now we're explaining the ring gear. And that's explaining how we're turning a, like I don't know, this motion to a this motion kind of thing. I don't know science. Now explaining the spider gears. Yeah. Explaining how you can hold one side and the other side will still turn. And I think they call spider gears planetary gears, don't they? Somebody tell me. Are spider gears referred to as planetary gears sometimes? Alan, how do you order lots of parts and keep them straight? I order them and remember what they go to. I don't know. It's not that hard. How do I make you make a noise? How do I do that? There's got to be a way. Wow, thank you, Ducko. Audio. No. No. What? Serious question. Tell me, Bowtie. Please, by all means, let's get serious here. Why on earth? Ah, annoying. Where are you at on the black truck? I am in the middle of body work on that thing. We should be getting a coat of primer fairly soon, but I got to put the bed together for it. It basically that means I got to figure out how to put a bed together on it. Bowtie, I would say that is not changing your ringtone necessarily. I think that's just called bleaching your asshole. Hate to break it to you. Let's see. Have you driven the Holy Goat to work yet? Yep. Yeah, there will be more on the van when I get done with the step side. Then the van's getting in there. That'll be the next big project on the channel. Try to keep like one big project, and and then just kind of work on little stuff on the side to keep it fresh. You guys, I hope you guys like Jaguars. That's all I have to say. You're going to be seeing a little bit of that soon. Explaining how this works. Explaining why an open differential is terrible. And explaining how it goes to the path of least resistance. And that's a junk clip. Goodbye. I always like junk clips because that's one less I got to deal with. I could just dump them all in here at once, but then it gets overwhelming, and I don't like it. I'm too poor to afford brake clean, so Super Clean it is, and Super Clean was generous enough to send me a bunch of this stuff. I gotta love them for that. It's some good stuff, too. No, that's going to be a good one. Yeah, so I sprayed it all over my face. And I can now see smells. It's great. Yes, they're going to love that. They're going to love how I used their product incorrectly and then said they're the official cleaning product of my channel, which they're not. That's just how I roll. And I want the 55-gallon drum. If anybody's here from Super Clean, send me the 55-gallon drum, please. Come on, let's quit let's not half-ass around. You know, I think I need the 55-gallon drum of it. I got a lot of dirty stuff. And delete all that. Well, nobody cares about you. Nobody wants to hear you talk that much. Always remember that when you are making videos. And talk about my big caulk gun. And slathering the caulk on. JD gets a nice zoom here. If you are a cameraman, but take notes. This 11-year-old, he's 12, sorry. He will show you up. Look at that. Good camera work. Poor silicone application, but good camera work. So we'll cut out my little mistake there and make me look smart. Look at that. That's good camera work. It's that little clip adds so much. Yeah, there we go. Now I try to hoist this thing up here. Obviously, that's not going to work. We'll leave that on here explaining that it's too damn heavy for me. And delete, cut out the dead air. We don't want any of that BS in there. Goodbye. And I actually had to pull JD off the camera, and he helped me install the third member. So unfortunately, that's kind of a bust. for that clip, but I think people understand it. And JD's a huge help on the shop, so, you know, I find it difficult to do things without him. And I cussed again. Great, you idiot. And I'm talking about nuts or something like that now. And we all know you gotta be careful with what you do with your fingers and stuff on YouTube now, or you get called a copycat. So I gotta be careful about that. And now I'm making fun of Motor Trend because that's what I do. And yep, just typical Dalton stuff. Super Clean is really good stuff. Super Clean doesn't make a very good flamethrower. It's not flammable. And yeah, I do pay JD a small allowance for helping. Basically, slave wages. And yep, we're cinching her down here. Explaining how to tighten them. Delete. And hopefully we got a good ratcheting clip in here. No, we don't. Oh, JD tried to put an axle in by himself. Yeah. And I don't think he quite had the muscle to do it. When you got to seat the bearing race and the splines. When shooting from a tripod like this, your frame is going to be totally stagnant. So that's a problem. You don't want to keep the same background in your picture, in your video, for more than maybe 20, 25 seconds. The human attention span is about 12 seconds, I want to say, before the eyes start to wander. I think there's some science behind that. So I'm already kind of pushing it right here with about 10 seconds. So what I'll do, all right, so I'm going to look for JD, giving her a good crank somewhere in here. There, that's pretty good. I'm going to take this clip. And then I'm going to crop it down just to change the frame, because nobody wants to look at the same frame over and over again. There. Boom. Nice little hit. It's actually a little bit too long, though. So let's trim that up just a hair. Boom. And that nice little transition there, that re-engages people's eyes and they'll keep watching. Now I know how this ends, and I know that JD's not able to get it. He tried, though, for about 5 minutes straight. See, and then he tried again. So he doesn't give up on nothing. He's my kid. And nothing there. Let's get rid of that clip. And then I come over, show him how it's done. Let me show you. Let me show you how it's done, boy. Oh, yeah. Yep. And I got it. He was amazed. And it's on account of I know all automobiles. Not really. I just got kind of lucky. And Kazowie, we're going to clip out whatever stupid stuff I was spewing there. Get me, boom, my satisfaction. That nice satisfying moment when the axle seats around the bearing race. It's wonderful. Demonstrating that the locker is working. Okay, so I'm stupid. Repeated myself several times there. Explaining that it's a posi, but it's also not a posi. All right, let's look at some chat. There we go. Still got a decent amount of people in here. Thanks for coming in, guys. Yeah. Yeah, Hammer Inch. So I'm guessing you're fairly new at YouTube. That will get better as you get better at self-editing. This video I should have done with maybe, obviously I'm trying to do a live while I'm doing it, which is kind of dumb. But obviously this one's going to take a little bit longer. But as far as actual edit time goes, I'll probably have 4 hours into this video, turning 176 clips into a 40 to 45 minute video. Whenever I do, when I do stuff in the shop at home, I'm kind of in my element. It's a lot easier to control. But if I go way out and try to drive something home, you can't control that situation. So you don't really know necessarily what to edit at the time. You kind of just got to roll so you can catch everything. And that in turn means you got a lot more to go through. The Jaguar I drove home from Phoenix, I still have to edit that video. I have 425 clips to go through, and I've got to squeeze that down into under an hour. I mean, I won't make a video that's over an hour. So that's that's the goal here. People really don't want to watch too much more than that. RC Cola Viennas. There we go. What schedule do you work that allows you time to have all these projects and film them? I work a day shift. I work 6:30 in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I stay up till 11 o'clock at least every night. On the weekends, I stay up. I usually do 18-hour days on the weekends. And that's what you have to do. You either get really committed to this kind of thing or you don't. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, there's a lot of good potential out there with some smaller channels, but you got to be committed to it. You got to put out consistent content. These last 2 weeks are the only 2 weeks that I haven't put out consistent content since I started, and my revenue has, just died because of that, and it's unfortunate, but it's. That's just how it goes. You know, when you start doing this stuff, you better be ready to throw it all in. You know, there is no half measures. Viking, is your knowing how to edit videos and how they work limit your enjoyment? No, it doesn't actually. It makes it more interesting to me because I'm always trying to learn. I'm not very good at editing videos, so I'm better to. It's I like to watch them so I can learn how to edit the videos better. I can always pull some kind of information from somebody else's work, especially now that I know how it works. Uh, and but that the only other thing I would say is I don't actually watch very much YouTube anymore. I used to be a very die-hard YouTube watcher until I did it myself. But that's it's there's just no time for it anymore. Adaster, is there a subscriber number you want to hit before you go full time? It's not about subscribers, actually. It's about views. You'll see a lot of channels out there that have 1 million subscribers, and they're only getting like 300,000 views. That's not a good thing. I hate to break it to them, but you got to be able to get I would say at least 60 to 70% of your subscriber number. For me personally, I want the consistency. I want to know that I'll be able to provide for JD and do the things I need to do. That is more important to me than just going off and doing what I enjoy doing. I've never done what I wanted to do ever because I've always had responsibilities, and that's what you do as a man. But that's I would say 150,000 subs, maybe, if I could keep pulling in. If I could keep hitting the sub count, and you'll see some channels do it. Sleeper Dude's one of them. He gets his sub count every video. He's got 170,000 subs or so now. So that's roughly 170,000 views a video. That's pretty good, solid, steady income. It's not a ton of money, but it is definitely enough to live off of and be able to buy projects and maintain them and run a business out of it, So, but yeah. Let's see here. Caleb, hey buddy, what's up? Do I get ideas for other videos for your own and editing styles? Oh yeah, big time. And it's not just car videos either, because I don't actually watch any car videos on YouTube. I do watch gaming and stuff like that when I have a chance, which is never. But I try to pull things from other niches and incorporate them into my own video. Not stealing it, but just, getting inspired. Hell, not even just that, but movies, like any driving shots I do, I try to mimic like 70s movies, car chases, the nice low front angle shot of the car driving by like this, like my hand on the screen, kind of in the lower third. That's really big in 70s movies and TV shows. So, yeah, that I try to swap them or try to take my own twist on it, Jeff says, ask Jesus what I should do. I mean, pretty sure Jesus is kind of telling me what to do as far as I'm aware. I think he would agree with me that I should make sure I got my own ducks in a row before I do anything crazy like quit my job. So, Tech, I got to find another big car to wreck. That damn LTD was too good, and I can't wreck it. I can't do it. I can wreck the Mercury because it's trashed, but that's yeah. Okay, actually, here's two good questions right here. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked again. My brain is gone. Ignore. So, Big Country, have you been offered any sponsorships? And if so, why don't you take them? I do take sponsorships a lot, but you don't know it. And that's because I will not take a sponsorship unless I can integrate it naturally into a video and if it's something I actually want. Like my deal with Holly is not a sponsorship, it's a partnership, but they provided the intake and the carburetor for the Torino in the last video. However, I was already putting a 4-barrel on it, and I was already going to use the same stuff. So that is something, I don't have to tell you it. All I got to do is show you the product. Solder Stick was a sponsorship. I had that in that Grand Prix video. I got paid to do that one. Not much, but I did get paid for it for 60 seconds. But I needed to repair some wiring in the car, so it naturally fit, solder stick naturally fit into the video. And you don't necessarily know that you're watching an advertisement. I don't want to be one. I don't want to cut away to advertisements and stuff. And that, to me, that's like selling out, even though it's the same thing. You know, just being totally honest with you. See, RC, you don't split videos up. You try to cram it all into one because you're never going to get the same amount of views on your next video. Caleb's right. But you know, that's the thing with them. You don't want to do too many videos over the same thing. You can do it, but you got to spread them out. You can't just be like, well, I'm going to work on the step side truck every single week for 6 months. Guess what? The channel will go into the toilet, you know. Can't do that. Valiant, how do you get sponsorships? You can reach out, and I have reached out to some. UMI, right here. They are sponsoring suspension build in my Le Mans. No money is changing hands, but I got parts out of it. And you just, if you can talk to people and you can sell yourself, which is what you're doing, you can get you a sponsor if you have a little bit of following. You don't even need a whole lot of following. I mean, you just need something, and usually they'll fall for it. Hey, look, if Raid Shadow Legends offered me what they're offering the big guys, and I do know how much they're offering the big guys, but I'm not going to tell you because that would probably be wrong. But it's a lot. If they were offering me that, yeah, I'm going to take it. You're going to see Raid Shadow Legends. It's just like the what's the meal kit thing that gets shipped to your door or whatever, and you cook like a portion of food that's like this big, and that's supposed to be food. I if they paid me a lot of money, I'd do it, and I would also tell you guys that I was getting paid to do it. But you can definitely trust that I'm not. I'll tell you if I'm getting paid, if that makes sense. Oh, let's see. Neil Young said something, but we don't need him around anyhow, do we? So Big Country, I can do the solder stick one whenever I want. Actually, that is an open sponsorship, so I can do that anytime. I just don't, because if it doesn't fit naturally, I'm not going to just force stuff into a video to make money off of it. I'd rather make money the old-fashioned way, I guess. But Goron, my newest vehicle is an 85 at the moment. Have I ever watched somebody? No, I haven't. I've literally never watched any other. I don't watch car YouTube at all. Am I going to do Power Tour next year? Yes, I will do Power Tour next year, probably, unless it's in like the Atlantic Ocean or something. Josiah, it's because Mopars are terrible. If you ever worked on one, you would understand that they do everything different than everybody else. And it's just miserable to work on one, and expensive. I just don't like them, I just don't. It's a headache every time. That said, I just got done working on one in Phoenix, so yeah, take it for what you will. Oh my God, Country Boy, you're doing all the editing on your phone? Ugh. Oh, that sounds horrible. My eyes would melt from my skull. Sorry, can I ask how come I'm banned from the UK? Well, they just don't want my kind there, unfortunately. Robert from Vietnam is here. Charles, I would love to do more adventure videos with Kevin, but the fact is, they just don't perform. I I don't know. Maybe we should set up a separate channel for that kind of thing. But they just don't perform. That's the problem. Roanoke Gaming's in here. Tim, would you ever work on a car from the 2000s? Absolutely not. They're boring. Nobody would care. Nobody wants to see. Here's another thing I see a lot of people doing on YouTube. Nobody wants to see you work on your daily driver. Nobody wants to see you work on everyday traffic. Your subject matter is very important. If you don't have something unique and you want to be a YouTuber, you need to go find something unique. Because if you're working on your, '05 Impala, nobody cares. No offense to Buff, who did exactly that. Just saying. But, and ever since he quit doing that, he's had some success. But you just can't do that. Nobody cares about an '05 Impala. Nobody cares about a '08 Acura. You need something unique. And you got to have your stick. You got to have a stick. And it's got to be your own stick. It can't be someone else's stick. It's got to be your own stick. And if you're not interesting, become interesting. And if you're not interesting, make it interesting that you're not interesting, if that makes any sense. You could be that super dry guy, like super intelligent dry guy. Some people eat that up. You don't have to have like a type A personality to do this kind of thing, especially on YouTube. You can be yourself, but just find a shtick to make it work. Let's see. Roanoke, when are you going to do a video on a 67 Impala? Probably never. Or help me drop a 302 and a 69 Mustang? Probably never. But, actually, I don't know. You're in Iowa, I think, right? Yeah, I think so. We could do that, actually. Buff did hit a deer with the Vantana thing, the Chevy van he has. Wait a minute, I have all the parts to help him. God dang it. I thank you for saying something about Buff and his van. I actually have that whole parts van. I'll just give him this stuff. I'm going to text him right now. There we go. Are you secretly wealthy? All right, so I knocked up my girlfriend when I was 17 and went straight to work working on an assembly line, and then worked myself into the trades at work, making okay money, but not great. And now I'm doing YouTube and not working any overtime at work. No. I'm 29, JD's 12. Do the math. Dickie O, I am personally banned from the UK. Ask your queen or king or it or toaster, whatever it is over there now. Roanoke, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have been that old, I guess. I mean, it sounds like your fault. Yes, I'm only 29. I know. It's been it's been a pretty good life, but it hasn't necessarily been not the least stressful life. Am I going to No Name Nationals? No, I'm not. Please have a word with King Chucky or whatever his name is, Chester. I've been banned by the UK. I don't know. They don't like me. I mean, I'm too American for them, I guess. Dirty colonist, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably younger than most of the people in the chat here, I guess. Should make a trip to the UP in Michigan. St. Ignatia car show gets wild. What kind of wild? Holy crap. Wow, that's a lot of comments. Hold on. Oh, Elijah's younger than me. When's the next video dropping? As soon as I finish editing it. Uh, right here. Yeah, there's me. Yep. Yeah. Here's me talking about stuff again. I just kind of have you guys here in the background while I edit the video because I need to make sure everybody knows I'm still alive. And that's me declaring it's okay to call all limited slips a posi. That's me. That has come down from me, so you are allowed to do that now. Congratulations. A little shaky on the camera here, Jay. Note the grease covering me. And that's a good little one-liner. And cut the rest of that out. Don't need it. Nobody cares. Boom. Cut that off. Don't need that. Jump clip. Goodbye. Delete. And the next one. And yeah, for some reason this diff just took regular old 8090. I thought that was kind of strange. I mean, it's not clutch type limited slip, so it doesn't matter. All right. I think I stabbed the drive shaft back in. Oh, no. Yes. Buff's still in there. Buff, where you at? How do I bring the chat up out here? Can I do that? Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, God. I messed it all up now. What do you use for editing? Filmora 12. And no, Country Boy, I don't do many fades. I like to just bam. Now, what I do is a flip transition between scenes. I try to break it up into scenes. But I think too many fades is just kind of, I don't know. I like things just be quick. Why do I have a cabinet of Civil War muskets? Those are not muskets, my friend. That's all I'll say. You need a dual screen setup. You're right, I do. I should buy another thing. I'm just kind of cheap. I spent like a decent amount of money on a computer recently, and I don't even know what it is, but it's got a 3070 thing in it or whatever, and it works really good. I don't know nothing about computers, but it works pretty damn good. However, that kind of blew my tech budget forever, so it is what it is. Well, there's a way to do pop-out chat on this thing. What kind of weed do I like? Well, I don't really like crabgrass, but I guess I like dandelions. What's the next car show you're going to? Preferably none. I don't really like car shows. They're kind of lame. Let's see here. Oh wait, you could use a TV for a mod. Duh, that's a great idea. Thank you for that. Oh, dude, I'll have the plaque. I can't wait to get the plaque of the YouTube plaque so I can use it for target practice. Anyway, what's your favorite heroin strain? Oh, I don't know. Oh. See right here, I would like to zoom. See that? I would like a zoom there. I can't get the zoom, but I'll just crop it down onto it. I want to keep some of my head in frame. Yes, that's me greasing a U-joint. Yes. That's going to fix it, I say, as I know it won't. Very nice. Very nice. Way better than just changing the U-joint. I actually ordered the right third member for once. All right, so that's getting that buttoned up. Then we gotta fill it with the lube. Begin pumping. Yes, that's a good zoom right there. Excellent zoom. You would see that on Motor Trend. JD could be a cameraman for them. He's probably better than anybody they have, actually. I mean, I'm definitely better than anybody they have, but JD's definitely better. Yes. Oh, yes. That's some great camera work right there. And there we go. See if there's anything good in here. Oh God, I wish you could have the audio from this. Well, why can't you have the audio from it? It's because I. Hang on. Maybe I have the headphone plugged in with the wrong jack. No, I definitely don't. I'm definitely stupid. That's definitely the problem. I need a that's speakers. Piece of crap. I need a StreamYard expert. Who's a StreamYard expert? Oh God, I done it now. Now I can't have audio over my headphones. Now we're gonna have lots of echoes and stuff. That's not good. How do I fix this? Somebody help me. I'm a disaster. Thomas, I have a job. I can't go on Power Tour. What's that noise? That's a slurp? Country Boy Gas Garage, you just need to breed children, and they will be your camera people. It's really that easy, actually. God damn it. I don't like that. Which one of these stupid headphone jacks is the right one? Is it this one? Oh, it's that one. No. Turns out I'm just stupid. Huh. Who knew? Yes. Excellent. This is the content people want. Saying slurp repeatedly. Yes. Very nice. Dare you to fire up the Pontiac and rev the ball bag off her. Why would I do that? That sounds stupid. Change your default audio device. Oh God, don't do that. What do you mean change my default audio device? My default audio device is my microphone. I mean, how would I? Do the chickens have large talons? System, audio. Hang on. Hang on. No. Oh my god, you piece of garbage. I don't know. Ah! What did I do? Oh god. Cancel. I'm so bad at this. You should do a Q&A video. You are literally in the chat and can ask me a question. System. Sound. Output. Headphones. Yeah. That's what I want. Microphone. I don't know how to do this. Right-click on the speaker in the taskbar. Okay, what does that do? Sound settings. It doesn't do anything. I mean, I could change it to speakers. And now you guys can hear it through there, maybe?
I believe it's starting to puke.
But I'm guessing you could just hear it through the speakers. I tried spitting on it, but it didn't work. What are your thoughts on LS swaps? They're dumb.
Have you reached your limit? That's about a gallon.
A gallon of beer.
Are you coming over? Has my cup run?
There we go. See, I want this bite right here.
Has my cup runneth over? Has my diff runneth over? Yes, and over.
Yes, I actually wear the Hawaiian shirts in the because they're super comfy.
Starting to puke. Has my cup runneth over? Has my diff runneth over? Yes, it has. There it is. It's puking. Ah! Ah!
Excellent.
Go.
Oh, it's full.
Excellent. Yes. What's my ex-wife's OnlyFans? Farmersonly.com. Or maybe bitchesonly.com. Probably that one. Let's see here. Now, Colin, we can't use that word here. We'll get in trouble. But yes.
All right, that's done. Go.
Well, I think we should spin it.
Goodbye. All right, well, if you can hear it through the speakers, I'll take these stupid Mickey Mouse things off my head at least. That works.
All right, she's full. It rotates.
All right, so I want that. Also, let's see, I got loud
Back
stuff. No, I don't. So all of it's just talking, so normalization will work well there.
Full. It rotates.
Make sure everything spins, of course, after you put it together.
It rotates. I don't think it's a neutral. I just think it's a drive.
Also, if anybody steals my editing tips from this, I'll sue you for trademark infringement.
Rotates. The
TM.
wheels both move. Rotates. The wheels. Full. It rotates.
We don't want to repeat ourselves. Get rid of that.
Rotates. The wheels both move the same direction. So I think we're good to go here. Throw the wheels back on. Put her back on the ground.
And
I'd like to put the blower motor and stuff in it.
we'll just get rid of that. We don't need to know that. And boom, we have now changed scenes. See how we were from under the car to boom, I'm inside the car now. So this is where a good transition point is.
So this thing needs a blower motor.
There we go. We'll put a little flip transition here. Just boom. Done. Turning that off. You guys can see me fine, can't you? Yeah, that's better. I like it dark. I like it dark. Oh, I will sue. Charles, do you only like American cars? I mean, I just bought a Jag, man. You got to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. You'll see it coming soon. Master of Disaster. Hello. What are you going to do with the 4x4 van? I have mentioned that already. I am going to do it after I do the step
And
side.
that's not why the
Oh, I put the transition in the wrong spot.
vents have quit working. And that vents have quit working. That's the vent controls.
I'm just doing a little diagnosis in here.
And that's not why the vents have quit working. That's the vent controls over there. Some switch in there is not working right. But it's needed the blower motor since day one. I figured it'd be easy enough to knock out. Maybe.
Can you believe they put the blower motor under the
Except
dash of
for-
this thing?
Of course, it's under the dash.
What a pain in the ass.
It's under the dash and up in here somewhere. I think if I pull the glove box out, I can probably access it. Take these bolts out and then
I don't need to explain how to remove the glove box. That was dumb. I need to self-edit better.
most of these cars, the glove box is made out of. Most of these cars, the glove box is made out of cardboard.
That's a good spot to cut that.
Let me see. So, I mean, there's a blower motor in there.
Yep.
I mean, there's a blower motor in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to pull the glove box to do it. So I didn't waste my time complete. But the blower motor lives inside this little box right here.
Oh.
One up here.
Don't need any of that.
No, they're 3/8.
Great.
3/8.
Yeah, don't need any of that. JD's pretty good about leaving the camera running, even whenever I don't want the content. There's no such thing as having too much. There's definitely such a thing as having too little.
Yeah. This is one of them. All the stickers fell out of here. Carefully take this glove box. Sitting on it. Might as well get comfy.
There we go. And here's where I will take the clip.
Might as well get comfy.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty comfy. Pretty comfy down here. Feels good on my back. This is one of them inverted back relaxers. Did you ever know that your Torino did this? I'm decompressing my spine into my head as we speak.
Is that good?
No.
Perfect. See, the thing is, you want to watch that audio track. That's your big thing.
I could probably go to bed.
That tells you when something's happening. Just look for the spikes in the audio.
I could probably go to bed over here.
Oh no, I can't. I don't.
Be normal. Oh, 3 5/16 screws here. So I might have to rack rest inside of this thing.
And delete. Now on to the next clip. Normalize.
I just pulled that vent away. And I just pulled that vent away. And I don't know what this is actually. I thought it was this thing's so full of mouse poop. Oh. Mouse poop.
And
This thing's so full.
boom, we'll take this.
This thing's so full of mouse poop.
We want the mouse.
Smell.
You gotta get out.
I gotta get out. Ah.
Let's see.
We found the smell. Weird. Oh.
Yes. The Torino has smelled like dead mice forever. We figured out why.
Aha. Aha.
That.
You just gotta know where the screws are, which it could have been worse. Just fly blind and guess. That's my motto. Bad, you just
Trim.
it's not bad. You just gotta know where the screws are, which I don't, and don't know.
Explain how I don't care about anything. There we go.
Just fly blind and guess. That's my motto.
And boom.
Yeah. Ah. It is. Yeah, this
No.
thing
You can.
it just needs replaced. It's just old. And this is not the time I turn this thing on. You can ask Kevin about this. Every time I turn this thing on, you can ask Kevin about this. Go check on Junkyard Digs.
Always plug your
Let's go
friends.
check on Junkyard Digs.
And congratulations to Kevin for hitting 1 million subs on Junkyard Digs today, actually. It's kind of a big deal.
It sounds like a death wail of a banshee. It's like.
And simulate the bad blower motor noise.
Why are you still continuing? Not as much as I was hoping to find. Phew. Phew.
Probably should have been wearing a
Not as
mask.
much as I was hoping to find. It's not all that stink.
Go. Yes. Here's why it died.
Ah. Hello, Fievel. Ah. Hello, Fievel. That is a skull.
Yes. This is the
That
good
is a
stuff.
skull. There's a freaking skull in it.
Oh my God.
Interesting. Poor Fievel.
Now, spoiler alert. Don't tell anybody, guys. Come on. Oh, that lost a lot of people, me doing that, didn't it? Who am I visiting? Doug's? Who's Doug? Dalton, when you... Oh, the junkyard. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did scare him off. It's not very interesting to do this, probably. I don't really care.
You weren't filming?
No, I was.
You got the skull. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I had bought a new.
Realizing I can't fix the blower motor.
Well, I had bought a new wheel for it, and you can tell that that's an exact replacement. Thanks, Internet. So I guess we have to get this thing off, and it has a set screw in the side. And yeah, it looks really encouraging.
Delete. Moving on. Fire wheel near the groin. Always smart.
I think we can all guess how well this is going. I think we can all guess how well this is going to work. And things are falling on me. I think it's worth giving it our due diligence. I think it's worth giving it our due diligence here anyway. Hope for the best. Lucky that they used a metal. If they used a metal wheel.
And all that, because I know how this ends. You don't.
Here we go. Holy crap. Holy crap. In and out a couple of times. That happens. Be further out than that.
Okay. Then
There she goes. There she goes.
pathetic attempt at removing the fan.
Come on. Come on.
And I know how this ends, so we just want to kind of jump through this. Nobody cares about this fan.
No, please. Some lube donuts over there.
Trying to map guess. Catching my shop on fire, as is tradition. You can tell that's working quite well, of course.
It smells like burning rat shit. It smells like burning rat shit.
Renormalize that, pick that audio back up.
You just burned a dead body.
There's probably nothing wrong with it. It's probably just full of skulls.
You just burned a dead body.
There's probably nothing wrong with it. It's probably just full of skulls. And that's why it makes noise. At least they're cremated now.
We cremated the mouse.
At least they're cremated now.
Thought I was joking, didn't you?
Fire extinguisher. Well, I guess no.
Stop!
It likes
It's going to set off the smoke.
in this place.
Stop! Whoa! What is on fire there? Fire there. I was thinking, I thought it would go out. Anyway.
Let's do it again.
Excellent video there. Good stuffs. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see here. Oh no, I'd only be so lucky if it burned my shop down.
Is it coming off, or did I just flatten the end of that off?
I think
Punch then.
So, spoiler alert, we couldn't get it off. Now, that's a good little clip there. If we can combine all these punches together. I'm just looking at the audio track to find the high points. Don't need them all, just a few.
Need something to drive the motor into.
Oh, fuck.
Need something to hold.
And now we have this. That's a nice, interesting little clip there.
Well, I bought a new one because that's not coming off. I bought a new one because that's not coming off of there.
How dare you?
I mean, we set it on fire and everything, so I don't know what else to do.
All right, there's that.
Yeah, back out here another day.
All right, so now we're into another day. We'll do a transition. Kaboomy, Kazumi, Badoomy, Badoomy.
Yeah, back out here another day. I'm going to bench bleed a master cylinder and throw it on the old Torino here. And I'm not really planning on doing that, but apparently it's decided it needs one. It's just been puking fluid out of it since I've been gone for 2 weeks. What? I'm going to try to just swap it on there. That
Also, always a good idea, get your face in front of the camera, especially if you're newer to YouTube, kind of like I am. Need to have that brand recognition of your face, you know, so you can be cool or whatever.
I'm going to try to just swap it on there without bleeding the brakes. Sometimes if you're quick about it, you know, if you're good, you can get away with that. So that's never going to work.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bench bleeding. Make it somewhat interesting.
First one I've had in a while that actually bench bled properly. No bubbles.
There we go. Now it's me on a tripod putting it on, so the clip's going to kind of suck.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, a loud clip.
I'll be real careful. Like, I want to get it off here.
Ah, JD's mowing in the background of this one. This may be trashed.
It off. I've got to be real careful. Like, I've got to be real careful. Like,
I knew I shouldn't have had him mowing. That's how he pays for his cell phone, though. Nothing's free.
Careful. Like, I got a line here that's stuck.
Try to keep it as minimal as possible.
I got a line here that's stuck on the fitting, and I try to clean it up and get it broke free, or we'll be in bad shape.
Too bad, because this is a good little clip here. Like an idiot, I didn't change the zoom on the camera while I was doing this. I'll have to crop it now. And the problem is every time you crop something, you actually lose image quality. That's it for that. The next one.
Supply a little of this. Apply a little of this.
Yes, there we go. One of the nice little tight shot of me.
Apply a little of this.
And I'm going to skip to here holding the torch. Now, you can't see what I'm doing, so there's no point in having too much of it on here. Nice little tight shot of that. Now you can see it all together.
We'll be in bad shape. Apply a little of this.
Multiple different shots there make it more interesting.
Sometimes a little heat and then a little bit of. Sometimes a little heat and then a little bit of PB and a little bit of.
I want to normalize these clips together so they sound the same.
A little bit of PB makes a big difference.
See the smoke, car's on fire now.
Raw is that PB in there, then also sets your car on fire. Raw is that PB in there, then also sets your car on fire. And, well, then it's not really a problem anymore, is it?
I do want to bring that clip in. I'm talking, so let's make sure it's focused on me talking here.
Sets your car on fire in there. Then also sets your trying to work. Slowly working back and forth. Don't rush it now.
All right, delete.
Slowly working back and forth. Don't rush it now.
So, a tight shot of that wrench would be good.
Back and forth. Don't rush it now.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you can kind of see. How do you like Wondershare? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's idiot proof, I would say. Has its glitches and bugs, but not bad.
Working back and forth. Don't just save that brake line or dramatically weaken. Just save that brake line or dramatically weaken it forever. One or the other. We did something.
Excellent. Happy with that. Grunting is always good for videos, I've found. Not just those kind either.
So our objective here is to lose out of the lines. All kinds of stuff. We want to lose as little fluid as possible and try to do a quick change. We want to lose as little fluid as possible and try to do a quick change. Sometimes we got a little air bubble up. Sometimes we got a little air bubble up here. It'll pop back out the top instead of going down the line. If you're lucky. Maybe won't be. I haven't ever touched the rear brakes on this. Get off the bleeder. Oh, there's another nut on it.
I just kind of want to skip ahead to where I get the master cylinder off.
One wasn't enough of a shout.
Maybe a little bit of ratchet action in here. Something to break it up, tie everything together. You know what I mean. Come on now. Get the master cylinder off there, dum-dum. God, come on, dum-dum. Oh. You left the camera running, you idiot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's wasted.
All right.
That up a little super clean. Clean that up a little super clean in there.
Stagnant frame, let's just pull it in just a little bit, just to change it up a little bit.
Clean that up a little super clean in there.
Makes it look like it was a different shot.
Push rock lined up, slip in. There we go. Push rock, slip you low. Slip you low.
Try to get as many different little angles as I can out of this.
Work, good try. You got a nice one out.
I was just happy to get one that fit.
We'll get her bolted on.
No, we don't need the rest of that. We have brakes.
All right, what do we got for pedal? All right, what do we got for pedal? The floor? Oh no, feels fine.
That'll work.
No leaks. I think we're good.
Wrapping that up. Actually shot that master cylinder with some spray can clear. It seemed to work. Be curious to see how that holds up.
We're good to go. And pedal feels fine. No question, I'm going to have to go back and revisit this, but for now, I'll say it's fine.
All right, on to the next problem.
One more thing I'm going to...
Where my heater controls had quit working, annoyingly.
One more thing I'm going to try to tackle while waiting on the distributor is the AC controls. And they were working just...
I lost my air conditioning. Can't have that in my daily.
And they were working just fine. But then I noticed I couldn't get the blower motor to turn on unless it was all the way to the right on defrost. Now, do I have any idea how this works? Absolutely not. Look at this big scary octopus. God, look at this big scary octopus. It's terrifying. Here's the deal. If you possess average intelligence and a little common sense, you could probably figure this out. And maybe you won't. Maybe you won't. That's okay. You got to try to figure it out. Don't be scared of it. Just because it looks like a big scary old octopus in there. Well, it probably is a big scary old octopus. But damn it, you need air conditioning and you need to get to work next week. So what do? You fix it. Or try to and fail. And then just have a beer about it instead.
Words of wisdom.
Once you tried to do something and suck it out. All I've got to go on here is an assumption, all right? All I've got to go on here is an assumption, all right? Huh.
All right, I'm going to do like, let's see. Yeah, weld the AC clutch. I'm going to do like 7.5 more minutes of Q&A. So hit me quick. God, looks spooky in here. Oh, hell, it got dark outside. Hang on. Not that dark, I guess. Oh. Shoot, people. You got anything for me? Coors or Busch Light? Busch Light. By the way, Bud Light and Busch Light are different beers. Literal tester. Thank you. What program are you using? Filmora 12. Wondershare. Filmora. You have a voice for radio. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be, across the nation, around the world. Welcome to this. How many hours does it take you to video one show or edit one show, and how many beers? So actually, I don't drink that much unless I'm around friends. So usually not any beers. But I'd say I usually spend 4 to 5 days videoing, and then at least 1 to 2 editing. It's tough. Anyway, any more collabs coming up with Kevin and Mook? I don't know. Could be any time. Was hanging out with Chris from No Nonsense Know How. Cool. Yeah, I mean, he's a buddy of mine. So, yeah. Let's see here. What games do I usually play? What do I play? Right now, I'm playing Minecraft with JD a lot. But I'm looking forward to the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. I can't wait for that to come out. I'm a big fan of those games. Any other cars you're hunting for other than the Z34? Not a Z34, a GTZ. Different animal, actually. I want a GTZ Beretta badly. They're very hard to find. Ultimate Dream Project. Project? 67 Mustang Fastback. But let's see. 62 Catalina, but I don't want that to be a project. I would like to find a nice original 62 Catalina. Any chance of getting some chicks on the channel? Probably not. I'm not super thirsty, and I can usually just go find those on my own. How did the Grand Prix handle the ride to Texas? Pretty good. Me and Kevin sat in it. Cody drove, and we got really drunk. And I don't remember most of it. But it was great. Events I'm going to attend this year. Duct Tape Drags. I will be there in September. So if you want to see me at Duct Tape Drags, I could use your help. You should email Hey Freiberger and tell him that I'm coming and say, hey, look, somebody special's attending. You should help him. What do you think about a 72 Olds 88? I think it's an Oldsmobile. That's the same as a 71. It's the most I've spent on a car. I don't know. What is the most I've spent on a car? I traded my 67 Mustang for my Fed. That was about a $12,000 trade. It's probably, if that counts, cash money, the Torino, actually, $4,000. That's the most I've ever spent on a car. J-Man, I'm self-taught on everything. Do you pick up hitchhikers? No. Charles, you should make a burnout car and go to Cletus and Cars. Maybe someday. Probably not. What do you prefer about 67 Mustang or the 68? I prefer the 67 because of the fake scoops in the sides and the quarters. I prefer the 67 over the 68, but I would be happy with either one. It's the recessed taillights that do it for me. Wait, you had a $12,000 something Mustang? Yes. I don't know. Where did your passion for car repair come from? I don't know. My dad. We always had cars. Did Castrol ever send you more Super Clean? Well, Castrol makes oil, for one. Super Clean is a cleaning product. They are different. I don't know how to answer that. Thanks, Ray. Chris, I'm an electrician, an industrial electrician at that, not residential. But anyway, I'm going to knock off here and try to finish this video off and then hopefully upload it. Hopefully you'll see it Friday, and you'll see it earlier. If you're a Low Buck Club member, make sure you click that thing, and 99 cents a month gets you early access to any video all the time. And, probably something unique and special or something. I don't know. No, not really. Just early access to the videos, and it helps out. Castrol makes Super Clean. What? Maybe, I don't know. They reached out to me. Super Clean reached out to me, not Castrol. Maybe they do own it. I don't know. It's not an oil product. Andrew, probably never. I think LTD's done, and the Mercury, next time you'll see it, it'll be smashing it into another car and then pulling the motor out of it. What do I think of the 67 Chevelle? I think it's great. I don't know. Everybody likes a 67 Chevelle. How loud does Kevin snore? Not as loud as I do. We kind of take turns snoring. So, I wake him up. He wakes me up. Nobody ever gets any sleep. And then we just drink beer all day. It's a great time. Anyway, later, guys. Somebody still has that Suburban. What Suburban? Was it my Suburban? Brandon? My big block Suburban? Mongrels, I reached out to him, and apparently he had insurance on that thing, a 30-year-old van. Great job, Dickie. See you, Caleb. I love rancheros. Later, Phil. Come to Marquette, Michigan to pick up a 73 Suburban. The really rusty one that ran. Yes. Well, I'll be in Michigan in September. Maybe we can get together then. Reach out to me. Later.